Hey, what's up, people? Welcome to another stream. This stream originally was supposed to take place on Saturday, but unfortunately, my guest, which is not Hannibal, was never going to be Hannibal. Couldn't get any time away from work, working multiple days a week, very long hours. So I had to private the stream. I've been listening to a lot of people say a lot of things. I mean, very interesting things, a lot of conversation about serious issues going on centered and, are revolving around Hannibal, which is pretty good because I believe people need to take this situation a lot more seriously. I did see that Hecate's daughter did a double multiple hour stream, which, hey, getting the word out there is getting the word out there. So I was listening to some of that. I also watched Sunshine 2.0's stream on Saturday. It seems that there's a few things that might need some clarification. Now, I believe I got a pretty good handle on the situation and whatnot. So maybe we can go over a few things that people might have, I don't know, need some clarification on, and we will go from there. The other thing, okay, what else was there? Oh, we might have a very, very special person that might be giving their 2 cents on the whole Hannibal ordeal. This person was in the midst and mix of things, and a lot of very, very dark things happened to them. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully that comes to fruition. But I mean, anything can happen. Sometimes people are scared. Sometimes people don't really want to say certain things in fear of retribution. Because if you really knew Hannibal, speaking of which, if you really knew Hannibal, then you'd know about the whole cartel situation, about having a person he was sleeping with that was allegedly, supposedly involved in a certain type of cartel, and these individuals was planning to lure one individual, one victim, to Texas so that they could take them over into the border in Mexico and do all sorts of things to them. In fact, when they were in a certain place and time, certain things did happen to this individual. Like I said, this gets very, very, very dark. So we're gonna try and clarify a lot of things with the whole cartel situation. The other thing is Redneck. I did see that Pearl tweeted at Redneck. What was it, like a couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago? Has he even said anything? Oh yes, Redneck. Redneck is a dude, a very big, burly, silvery white haired man. And that individual, how do I put this? Allegedly, supposedly was in a salacious uh salacious affair with Hannibal. No, I'm kind of perturbed here because Hannibal has been throwing a lot of slurs at me, and I really don't appreciate it, Hannibal. I'm like, you're slurring me, saying, that I am a F word slur. Like, I really care. I mean, I guess my perception, people's sexuality there is their own problem. I don't think somebody's stronger or weaker based on their sexuality, because there's a ton of men, ton of women, doesn't matter what their sex or sexuality is, can run circles around anybody else. All right. So really doesn't make you, stronger or weaker. That sounds like trafficking. I hear there was a lot of trafficking stuff, talks about that as well, but we're going to get into that. Hey, Deb. Hey, Bali, what's up? Enter a name, highlight groceries. We got Pui Tasha here. Who else? We got Q Cupcakes. Hey there, Observant. Random Fish. Beaker, good evening. How are you, sir? And who else is around? Sorry, I forgot to say my hellos. Saban Nation. Why does the time keep changing? I think the time is stay the same ever since I kind of privated this stream on Friday because I couldn't get the person come on Saturday. Yes, I asked him what his stance is now on Hannibal, and he said the same. What did he say? What did Redneck say? Because at first a lot of people thought Redneck was another woman. Because the word on the street, now this is allegedly, okay, that Hannibal and Redneck had some sort of salacious relationship. salacious sexual relationship with each other. And then, okay, wait, never mind. Don't. I won't even say that part. It's just that someone was searching for redneck, and then they're like, I can't find this lady. Who the hell's this redneck lady? The only person I see that's redneck is this like super pale, burly, silvery white hair white guy. And then I started dying of laughter, like, yeah, that's the guy. That's him. Redneck's a guy. Oh, there's our redneck gamer, woman gamer too. There is. But from what I've uncovered, it's the guy redneck. Okay, it's the guy redneck, and he is a yeah. I would yeah. Well, I guess he would be a burly bear. Yes, as Q Cactus says, redneck is actually extremely racist because there is a very the person who he has hurled his racial insults at is a person that is mulatto. And yeah, Hannibal would know exactly who that is, right? All right. Okay, so let's get into this. I think what I might do is I'll play Sunshine 2.0's stream from Saturday, and I'll add in little tidbits of stuff like what's going on throughout the stream just to clarify a lot of things as far as I know what's going on, and we'll take it from there. So let's just jump into this and we'll get it going.
And
Right?
Will,
Okay, like,
and the fact that he said, well, his woman told me the same thing. Okay, well, his woman is there with him. They're not in
right.
front of you. So she's there with her abuser. Of course, she's going to say whatever the fuck her abuser tells her to say.
And it's like the camera on.
Yeah, can I clarify this? Have I seen Hurl's latest messages video? Yeah, he did. Is there something you wanted to point out? Can't point out, then please just tell me in the chat. Okay, let me clarify certain things. Maybe somebody's missing this point when it comes to like DV and violence in the household, especially against women. Okay, the number one thing is if somebody is if your partner is attacking you, it doesn't get better, it gets worse. It's kind of like Alzheimer's, right? It doesn't get better, it gets worse. So over time, people think a push will lead to now trigger warning. Let me put that out there. Trigger warning. A push over time or a slap or a pinch will lead to people either broken bones, you in the hospital, or in a body bag. This is why this is so concerning to me. And I know the statistics when it comes to this. This is why I don't like when people like Hannibal was on panel laughing. Then we had GP Gentleman Pioneer on there laughing. Okay, you might think it's just a little push or shove or slap, whatever, but it escalates and it can escalate very quickly. And I hate making analogies like this on a very serious topic, a very deadly topic. Is that you do you guys remember the artist Eve and she had that song Love is Blind? You guys remember that? Let me look it up. Love is Blind. That song exemplifies literally everything when it comes to DV because there's escalation. And what's really messed up is that there's a lot of people that will say everything's fine in relationship, this and that, when they're the ones who are their abusers. And then all of a sudden you might hear that your family member has now passed away, or your friends passed away, your cousin, your best friend, and then they're attending the funeral. It's really messed up, but that song actually really does exemplify the way how a DV relationship can quickly escalate. And this is why I don't think that this should be in any way a laughing matter. The way that Hannibal was carrying on and going on, I really did appreciate the community coming together and dissecting that. No matter what position you're on, whatever side you're on, whether you like me or you don't like me, that's honestly up to you. But I do really appreciate that a lot of people did stand up and say, no, this is wrong. This is a very serious matter. And a lot of people are dying from this. So I really do appreciate that.
Like, you have this woman, it didn't even have to be the same woman. How do you know it was the same woman? I
Look,
can get somebody
let's
in
talk
here.
about this woman because we've been knowing him for a minute now. This woman was nowhere around. He said they've been living together. No woman as his woman.
Never.
No woman
He was single.
ever. So I don't know where this mystery chick came from because we used to talk to him often.
Said he had side bitches.
Yeah, the other thing I wanted to speak on is that what Curl Connection is saying. You never hear of him having a girlfriend or partner because he wants to portray himself as single. This is what I'm hearing from my source. I'm not just saying this myself. My source is saying he loves to portray himself as single because then you can attract partners or people that believe you're single when in actuality you're not. The other aspect of this is that there are women that are around orbiters that know he's not single or he's dealing with other women, but they're still involved with him. And one of those people you've seen in the comment section of his last video, standing up for Hannibal, saying this about Hannibal, doing that about Hannibal. She is the woman that he cheated on his son's mother with, and this woman has been around for at least 2 decades. I think more, but at least 2 decades, and she has been going to bat for this man, no matter who he's with, where he's with, what kind of headspace this man is in. This person, Crystal, is always there to take up for Hannibal, good or bad.
Well,
He had flings.
Well, he only had the
and he did
one.
say one from the cartel. Let's not forget.
Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot the
was
one he
gonna say that.
saved from the cartel, swinging
And
from
you know
vines in the
what?
jungle,
I
So
thought
no,
he was just
pinging off of telephone towers to figure out where she was at. Whatever. But I digress.
Okay, I guess this is a good time to explain the whole cartel thing. Now, we kind of touch on that. So, allegedly, supposedly, Rachel, the one that was saying that he is giving ladies multiple diseases, cause he is allegedly. She also said that he has the AIDS. Do I really believe that? No, once again, my last stream I said probably not. I think Rachel's a little bit salty. Rachel's also the person who Hannibal was adding as part of his guess power of fraternity thing he had with Mia. So if you guys remember that the audio that I posted on my channel, the person he's referencing, Rachel, is the same Rachel, which is a lady who Hannibal was having a relationship of some sort, a situationship with. He was sleeping with her, and there was some interaction where Rachel and Hannibal devised a plan to do away with Mia in a very nasty, dark type of way, lure her to Texas, um, get her down there. Trigger warning once again, people. Trigger warning. He was supposed to supposedly, how do I put this? Drug this person, unalive this person, torture this person. Now, can I confirm this? There's no way for me to confirm this, but if I'm to add two and two together, and this source is being legitimate for a lot of things, legitimate with saying the situations with Rachel and who Rachel is and Rachel's ties. Now, Rachel says she has ties to a certain cartel. Do I know this for sure? I don't. Is it possible? It is possible. Is it probable? It is probable. You'd be actually surprised the amount of people that have, I don't know, that are within 6 degrees of separation from somebody who is in some way tied to a cartel. Like if you know somebody in a gang, like those gangs are fueled by cartels and whatnot. So can I say it's true? I can't say. I won't name the cartel. I won't do that because I was told not to do that. But what I'm trying to say is that it is actually plausible and probable that Rachel is tied to this. Can I give concrete evidence towards this? No. Is this the story that I've been told that seems pretty that it seems pretty true? Yeah. Hannibal said he saved his ex from the cartel. Okay, yeah, so let me explain that. So originally, Hannibal and Rachel had this plan. They're going to torture Mia. They're going to drug Mia up and unalive her because Rachel and Hannibal were POA for the lady you heard in the voice message. Things turned sour because Rachel and Hannibal were fucking. The lady that he had POA over and Hannibal were fucking, and Hannibal's was fucking Crystal, and he was with multiple other people from the gaming company, not from the gaming company, from the gaming world, the gaming community. So things soured between Rachel and Hannibal. Rachel was saying that stay away from Hannibal because he wants to basically unalive you. Rachel was saying stay away. So Hannibal was saying stay away from Rachel. She wants to unalive you. Rachel was saying stay away from Hannibal. He wants to unalive you. So this is why Hannibal is saying he saved his ex from the cartel, the ex being the Maya lady. But what he's not telling you is that originally they both devised the plan to get monies from this lady because Hannibal was POA as well as beneficiary of her life insurance policy. So there's a lot of gaps there that Hannibal isn't telling you. So if you really know Hannibal's story, there's a lot of things that he will say that's actually true. And there's also a lot of things that he'll say that's not so true. So there you go.
Let's talk about that a little more
Sup,
because
Sasha?
the story he gave me revolving the Rachel person,
The
right?
cartel.
Is that Rachel was one
Mhm.
of the members of the cartel who was
Yeah, she was selling the woman
after,
to the right.
yeah, that she was after that
Mhm.
lady, and that's why we should all disregard her.
And that was
Mhm.
crazy. And mind you, we didn't believe that. We were just like, this nigga talking crazy.
Yeah, there's truth to that. Rachel is supposedly, yes, part of the cartel. Supposedly, they did devise a plan. Hannibal is talking about the whole cartel situation because his plan did involve the cartel to get this person unalive so he could claim the insurance money. So there you go.
Crazy.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, y'all just don't know, huh?
we,
Yeah,
So
we know shit.
we disregarded so much stuff.
Well, but
Because-
here's
So
let
much
me
shit.
clarify it for everybody. Rochi, sorry to cut you off because
No,
I
you're
think it's
good.
important to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Rachel started going to all of our comment sections in June of 2023. At that time, there was no controversy whatsoever with Hannibal. Really, there was no reason to. I mean, in hindsight is 2020, right? The story he gave us is pretty fucking crazy.
Right.
But at the same
Mhm.
time, there was no reason for us to be like, pay attention to this, right? He did a good
Mhm.
job at playing a good guy.
Right.
Mhm.
Because like I said, he was saying like, I won't even talk about these women's appearances, just their bad actions. And we're like, I guess like nobody cares that much. But you want to be the supreme like the what is it called? The gentle, the civilized savage or whatever, because he very much. That's
Mhm.
why people. I heard people. I mean, me, Coonable, because it's like I'm not like you other Negroes. I am a dignified, right? Like I'm a dignified black
I'm
man.
a dignified cow.
It's like relax, because like he would go after. Remember when trolls would go into his lives and we're like, you know, as well as everyone else, you don't feed the trolls. Why are you spending 20 minutes
Yep.
trying to like flex on somebody who made a passing
Is trick meds antibiotics? Yeah, it would be bacterial. So basically, typically, when you get any of the big three, or I shouldn't say really big three. Well, technically, they are big. They're bacteria, so they're bigger than a virus. I won't get into that talk. So basically, if you get gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, uh, they say typically you will get trick in tandem with these three. So here in Ontario, when you have one of those things, those bacterial infections, they typically treat you for trick. They just assume that you have it as well, because typically most people do have it whenever they catch one of those. So there you go.
Comment, and they're probably not even in here anymore.
Let me answer that question for you, Smelly Cat. I'm sorry, y'all.
Know what you
But the
said?
reason being that he's going postal on a situation is you got to understand, if you look way back
Way back. I
when
know what you're going
we
to
was
say.
first going on
What's up, Just
Monty's
I?
panel, Hannibal was one of the people that always jumped on panel and gave his opinion on what was being said. Okay, so when Hannibal created his own channel, Monty was the one that was supporting him and, you know, saying go
Pushing
check
him
out
on
the
the
house of
algorithm.
Hannibal or whatever the case may be.
Sup, Bill to Spill? How you doing? Thanks for being here.
Then all of a sudden, once Hannibal got comfortable within his channel, he started talking shit about Monty out of the blue.
He backstabbed
Regardless
him.
on the shit that was going on
Yep.
around him, doesn't mean you have to put your mouth on every subject. He started talking about him, and so they started going back and forth with the shit. That's how that shit started. He never started it first. Hannibal started the shit first.
Because he took one comment.
Okay. Remember when I believe I talked about this, the whole Hannibal situation, and one of my readings from my source was that Hannibal uses a lot of women, but Hannibal uses guys too. He uses guys in a way where he tries to get as much from you and out of you as possible, and then when he thinks he can't get any more, he throws you underneath the bus. And that is exactly what Hannibal has done with people in the gaming community, with his guy friends and whatnot. As soon as he thinks, hey, I got enough out of this guy, I'm going to throw him away. With women, it's a little bit different because he kind of keep you around just in case you're useful to him, either monetarily or sexually. Some sort of situation, right? Either you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're giving him money, or you're giving him sex, or maybe a combination of all or any of those. So that's how Hannibal does to people. For women, it's a little bit different. He'll keep you around, but for guys, once he's done with you, he's done with you. He'll just throw you underneath the bus.
Monty made, I think it was like, yeah, like I helped their channel grow.
And he
was
did.
like, oh, you
Party
think
Paul?
you helped me? I'm a real man.
Exactly,
Like,
crab apples.
like, nigga, chill. It was a comment, like Eerie.
But it
and
wasn't a
Pearl.
lie, though. It wasn't a lie. He did
But-
help him.
Eerie and
Okay, Fish. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. All I know is that if you have the chlamydia, the gonorrhea, the syphilis, they just assume you have trick. I'm not really sure if you have trick, that they'll assume that you have one of those. Actually, thinking about it now, I would say, yeah, they wouldn't assume you actually have it, but they'll assume that you need testing, is what I would say.
Pearl both went on his channel a lot. So
Right.
Sunshine.
even more so than Hannibal. So
Two people can be wrong at the same time. We're simply focusing and speaking
Right.
now on what Hannibal's doing, because enough is enough, right? I witnessed all of the ladies and then some that are on this panel get talked down to, get a very defensive tone whenever they gave good advice, and most of that
Weren't
advice
protected.
was
Were not
protected at all. Not protected at all. Y'all want to know about that redneck stuff? Ask these ladies here. They
Redneck.
can tell you.
ask them about having a predator.
Wait a second. Okay, Eerie, the whole redneck thing is your redneck like that silvery white haired big burly guy that likes to game? Is that the same redneck? Because I know there's two different rednecks. Like there's a gamer redneck, and then there's like the burly white guy redneck that is racist. And I still wait. So okay, so you're saying yes, as in the redneck is the big burly white guy redneck? Like the dude, and allegedly Hannibal was in some sort of situationship with him, kind of a little bit more than friends. Cute Cupcake says he was fine with Monty, and plus he has to get rid of him because Monty's male. That competition, Hannibal wants all the women to himself. That's him. Oh, so you guys are hearing the same story. How did your guys' story go? Because my story is like Hannibal and Redneck were fucking. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, but then why is Hannibal acting so real mean and nasty, saying F word slurs and whatnot? Hannibal, welcome to the LGBTQ plus community. Okay, you're welcome. You can stay, take a load off. We're all friendly over here.
Stream after that predator threatened to dox me. Ask him about that.
After we told him not to have that predator on his stream.
Also, don't play with me. Don't try to dox me. Because I got something for that ass.
Praying for match right now.
That's all I gotta say.
No, I was just informing
RedneQ
you on what was
his
going
name.
on.
Redneck. That should tell you.
Oh, girl.
He lives up to that name.
When he would be like,
He's also a doxer.
People will
He's
call me.
also a doxer.
Listen, he better leave people alone. People be ready to
He
crash
can
out.
come my way if he wants to.
I've been raw dogging.
He gonna stay where he lay.
I've been raw dogging a kidney stone for 3 months. You think I have no fear?
I don't know what people do when they honestly, because I told Hannibal, if you're so afraid of your docs, right? Why are you bringing attention to it?
But according to him, he's out here fighting the Mexican cartel. You should be fine. You have that gun. You got that bazooka, Rambo.
Redneck is a white man. I don't know if he's bald, but yes, he is a.
Redneck. So they were friends from what we know. They were like brothers. They said, okay, because I guess they started out as brothers and got a little bit more comfortable with each other. Very comfortable, in fact, is what I'm hearing from my trusted source. Sup, Mary Higgs? How's he doing? I still need to look if Redneck replied to Hurl about that. Redneck said something smart to me on Twitter. I never seen him before. I asked if he supports Hannibal now. He said yes. I blocked him. Really? You know what? I don't know. It's kind of like Hannibal is his boy. More like his boy. You know what I mean?
A white man.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cute Cupcakes.
If you go outside
oh my God.
of go deep in the South and find a heavy-set old white man, that's what he's gonna look like.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what he looks like. Just look anywhere in Alabama, Louisiana, Kentucky, Georgia, Florida, or Southern Texas. And if you just think of a big, burly, silvery, white-haired white man, then that's exactly what Redneck looks like.
I'll just say this: a man that has to talk about a woman needing dick 24/7 don't have no type of conversation.
None.
Sorry.
Or brain cells for that matter.
Come on, what's wrong with you? You talking to a bunch of married women about who needs some dick? Boy, shut up.
It was uncomfortable because because we were all tease each other in the group chat and the voice chat. We'd be like, girl, you so fine, blah blah blah. Like me and Lo were just tiving. But he would come in and be like, yeah, you guys sick. Y'all need some penicillin. Some penis will help you. It's like, nigga, I got COVID. I'm about to die.
So Curl says Redneck was racist to a black man on Hannibal panel and that man died. Oh, that is sad. That is really sad.
So we all had that face COVID. Every time.
He like, I'm about to die, and this man talking about some penis. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, he said that.
And he would go right, and you know how he talks, and he would go on for 2 minutes about penis, and we're like, okay, well, that's enough for me. And then that's kind of like
why he had a girlfriend, right? Well, Redneck used to say this kind of stuff. Redneck is whole.
That was
married.
Redneck.
He's a married man. That would be right there with his wife talking about what we need. What?
Wait. Let's not forget the bisexual rumors about Redneck and Hannibal. Yet they will spread hate in the gay community. Now, who said that? Who said that?
Right.
Who was bi?
I heard the same thing. I heard him and Redneck were both beyond friends a little bit. Yeah. I don't know how to put that. Beyond friends, cozy with each other. You know, we're in a sexual tryst, allegedly, supposedly.
I never heard the bi rumor, but
But
okay.
that's new to me. I didn't know about that.
Me
Well,
either, but
Monty's got that rumor. I don't know I don't know nothing about all
but
that.
honestly, guess
all I know
what?
about their situation is that Redneck used to be butthurt that Hannibal wasn't game playing with him as much as he used to. And I just thought that was the weirdest thing ever, but whatever, go off.
But the thing is, them being bi, I don't care. That has
Ooh,
nothing to do
baby.
with me. They grown. We talking about hitting women, not being bi.
Right.
I don't know nothing about
And
the
even when I'm sleeping in my
AIDS.
bed, I don't care.
I don't know nothing about no AIDS. I don't know nothing. I ain't never heard that until this whole situation with Monty and Rachel. I don't know.
My behind's slow. I'm like, AIDS. What's some AIDS?
You so dumb.
I said, no, because when you said it, when you spelled it, I was trying to make it like ASPCA or FBI.
You know what? You know what?
DEA, ATF.
I don't know nothing about no.
Hopefully we can get into this story. I have to pause you here because pertinent information about this is my source had told me a story about Rachel and the whole cartel thing where, like I said, is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? I believe so. I mean, once again, you'd be surprised the amount of people who are up to 6 degrees of separation from somebody who's in some sort of gang or run stuff across the border. And there's a lot of times there's some sort of cartel or cartel affiliate involved with it, right? So back to the whole cartel thing. Like I was hearing all these stories about a falcon or a footman was with Mia at all times, and then Rachel had like cameras and stuff in and all around the house where Mia was, and then it was supposedly Rachel's dad who helped Mia escape from Rachel and the cartel. But that's a lengthy story that I'd love to get into at some point in time. I'm just throwing that out there because I keep saying there's a lot of things to this and it goes deeper and deeper. And like I said, there's a lot of the truth to what Hannibal has been saying, even in his drunken outbursts about him trying to get this individual away from the cartel. In a lot of sense that is true, but he's telling half truths because he was one of the people that put this individual in harm's way with the cartel in the first place, and then a fight ensued, and then both people were saying to get away from the other party. So once again, Rachel was saying get away from Hannibal, he's a bad person. Hannibal was saying get away from Rachel, she's a bad person. But the truth of the matter is Rachel and Hannibal were both people that colluded to get this one individual in hot water and to try and get funds by way of Hannibal being a beneficiary to this person's life insurance policy at the end of the day.
No venereal diseases being spread nowhere. Because, like I said, we never had those kind of conversations. Like, we never asked him about the whole... We didn't ask him about the whole cartel situation. He kind of like dumped that on us in our inbox, in the DMs. Because one day he was just messaging me and it just came out the blue. I just need to vent. And all of it came spilling out. And then the first thing I was like, hold up, wait a minute. The cartel, you pinging somebody's cell phone? What? Where?
So we all had the same reaction, girl.
Towers.
We were in the voice chat, and it was one of the girls. They were like, "So have he
Hey,
talked to
Danny.
you about the cartel and people being kidnapped, and we're like,
You know the whole pinion thing? They're bringing up this pinion thing. Let me tell you something about pinion. Back in the day when we had this whole dial-up thing, like if people understand how computers, the internet, and other things work, whenever you send a massive amount of packets, what I mean by packets, information to a computer over a connection, typically if the more packets or more information you send, the harder it is for a computer to process it. And that is what is the basis of DDoS attacks. So there's a lot more to it than that. But if I'm going to explain things, pinging is sending a packet information to a certain address that a computer has, and then you time it to see how long it takes for that information to get there and information to come back to you. So that is literally pinging is, and pinging has been a big thing in gaming because the less your ping is, then the better your gaming experience is because your computer is processing information faster, which means that you're able to react in the game faster. So a good ping typically for gamers professionally would be 10 to 20 milliseconds. So that's 10 to 20 thousandths of a second. That's really good. Very good will be 20 to 50. So what I'm trying to say is it's actually is not hard to ping anything. And if there is a cartel that Rachel is connected to, it is actually pretty easy for people to ping a cell phone, especially if you have people working for a cell phone company. They can easily ping you and constantly ping you. It can ping your computer. Somebody could even ping me right now. Sure, Sasha. So this is what I'm just really trying to explain, that this might seem very out there, but it's actually pretty possible that there was somebody that was pinging somebody's phone.
yeah, he talked to you about that. Why does he say?
This dude was going down Mexico pinging cell phone towers, chasing the cartel, and bang, 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 shootouts, and bringing the woman home and safely. And
then they
it's
kept
too
rotating
much.
her from different house to house,
and hiding her
nobody
out
could
and
know where she
snitching
was because
Okay, I gotta ask this: if Hannibal was doing the most and Rachel was doing the most for that money, how much were they supposed to get from this lady? Her life insurance policy must have been somewhere close to in and around $500,000 for them to be putting people from house to house. I mean, if you're trying to do this to somebody and make it seem as if they are gonna get a natural death either by leaving them after a surgery, what's natural death called again? So solescence. So let me look it up. Man, I can't believe my brain, man. I've had a long day. But somebody please tell me what's the word for natural death? It's like solescence. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if somebody is truly moving you around from house to house, how much do you think their life insurance policy is for them to be doing that? Maybe $500,000, maybe $1 million. There's people out there that have pretty substantial life insurance policies, and maybe somebody's telling you, hey, maybe you should take out a second or a third life insurance policy on yourself. Now you're buffing up what could have been 300K, 200K to maybe $500,000 to maybe 750K to maybe $1 million, because they want that payout is all I'm gonna say. So this story might seem very far-fetched, but I'm just pointing it out that I've heard these stories of people saying, oh, well, we're in a relationship. Maybe you should get a second or third policy and whatnot. Then all of a sudden, these people disappear a month later, 2 months later, 3 months, 6 months later. Think about that for a second.
Going down Mexico pinging cell phone towers, chasing the cartel, and bang, 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 shootouts, and bringing the woman home and safely. And
And then they
It's
kept
too
rotating
much.
her from different house to house.
House to
And
house and hiding her
nobody
out
could
and
know where she
snitching
was
and
because
oh my
they didn't want
God.
her, they didn't want them to know where she was
It was
located
a whole
at. And
Tubby movie. It was a
Yeah.
whole fucking Tubby movie.
It
I'm
sounded
Tubi.
Tubby,
legit like
whatever. Yes.
Tubi.
because it sounded legit
Yes.
like a storyline straight out of GTA. Because remember at that time he was
Yo.
playing GTA,
he was.
He
and
even
I
had the
was
weapons
like,
down, talking about the weapons he was using and
Wait,
I think we did bring that up.
oh
It was like GTA, didn't we?
do y'all have the
yes.
screenshot of those text messages where he talking about I'm texting the cartel member, and they talk
Oh
to
my God.
man, but like
I
my
have
only
the
answer
DM.
was kind of like what Curl said, because to me it was like, oh, okay, I don't really want to touch that, you know, 'cause,
Right.
like the fuck.
No, it's like you be like, let me
Like,
mind my
why are you
business.
telling me this? Because if it's true, then they come for me and they don't
Right.
get me.
Yeah, the whole cartel situations seems pretty credible to me. What level cartel member was he texting? Uh I have no idea, but so allegedly, supposedly, where they do actually have connections of people that can move people around, transport people, keep an eye on somebody. Maybe they told other people, "Hey, I might be getting a big payout if this person we keep her here for an extended period of time, and then maybe something happens to her, and then I know somebody like Hannibal will get the payout, and also get the payout, and then we'll pay you out. So let's keep an eye on this woman. Let's lure her to Texas. Let's transfer her around, and maybe she'll just pass away, and we get that huge payout. This is why I keep reiterating. How much was this payout to for it to be worth it? $500,000, $750,000, $1 million? Would it be worth it then to be moving somebody around like this? Probably for some people, yeah.
Me, I'ma
But
fuck you up, yo.
it's
Don't get me
people
involved in
who
that.
just be lying and you let them lie.
But
But
then
no,
if it's a
I knew
lie,
that
then I'm
was a
looking
lie.
at you sideways. Like, why are you making up this magnitude of lies? For what?
Because,
For
but that's
what?
my thing. You out here fighting the cartel, and you buying all this ammo, doing an ammo shortage, right?
Yes.
But you talking about
Somebody gonna come for
my
me.
docs is out there, nigga. You fighting the cartel. You my boy. You fighting the people.
Right.
Right.
You
You
fighting
shouldn't even have to worry about a dots.
Oh, is she alive? I've got confirmation that she is alive, fortunately. Many times throughout this whole expose, there's a lot of people that have come to me and talked to me like, we're not even sure if this person is still alive. We're not even sure if Hannibal she's still in Hannibal's grip. We have no idea if this person just scared or whatever happened, but I got confirmation not too long ago, maybe not even 2 days ago. She's alive. She's okay, which is good because for all of this to happen to that one person is completely horrible.
I didn't think of
You
that.
fought a whole Mexican cartel.
These
Why are
people.
you worrying about being
These
doxxed?
people post beheading videos on Facebook, and you talk
You
about my
fought the
docs.
gorilla cartel. You should not have to worry about being doxxed. You can fight your way out of anything.
Right.
Right.
And it was
Rambo.
such a
And fuck
bizarre
being doxxed, my nigga.
story.
Come protect me.
Right.
Right?
Bring that gun here. With
Such
that
a
red
bizarre
dot.
Shit.
story that you look at it and you're like, I don't know what to do with this information. Like, what do you want me to do with this information?
Not
Contact
her
the
with the cartel.
FBI? Contact
Yeah, why are
the
you telling
CIA or
us?
something?
CIA, FBI,
But
the
it was
ABC,
very
somebody.
It was very us being like,
Why
talking
don't you
to-
get those type of agencies involved? Like, why are you trying to do this with one
Right.
man? Like, come on.
But no,
What?
he would have the nerve. Like we'd be in VC late at night, right? And he would come in.
Okay, let me pause it for a second. Word for what? Word for natural death is what I was looking for. Random fish. I forgot the word for it. Something along the lines of like senescence or something like that. Somebody remembers or knows, please tell me.
for like half an hour, tell his little story, and leave.
I
And
gotta
we'd be
go.
like,
I'm tired. I got more to do.
right, and then he would
What?
leave, and we'd be like, "Girl, what was that?"
I'm too busy protecting my family, the ones that don't even know they're being protected. And I'm just like, what?
Crazy how these over the wall out there stories has some truth to it. Not in the way that Hannibal's saying it, but still, if you knew what you know now back then, if you could piece things together, like there was a lot of craziness with this story, right? But then at the same time, Rachel is a real person, and Rachel, from what I've seen, really does have ties to a cartel. And yeah, Hannibal was kind of worried that shit might blow back on him because he decided to literally fuck the wrong person, then fuck them over this whole situation. And then yeah, he has to kind of watch his back because now he's like, oh, Rachel might be coming for me. Look what I try to do to this Mia person. That shit blew up in my face. Rachel might be coming for me.
I
Oh,
gotta stay up all night and guard
wait.
them.
Do y'all remember the stream where he was talking about his friend who almost drowned in the kayak? And he said, I didn't choose the hero life. The hero life chose me.
Oh, God.
Man, listen.
No.
Remember? I was gagged. Okay.
No, wait, what?
Yeah, because like his friend, like,
He swears he wears a cape. He swear he wears a cape, yo. I swear.
yo, because like at a point, it was like,
this motherfucker super Negro.
right? Because it was at a point where you like see stuff happen and you're like, look at this. Look what he's doing. Dumb nigga.
Yes.
It makes me wonder now. It makes me wonder now because, like, I don't even know if there really was a person that actually had cancer, or was it that she just had a heart condition?
Yeah, two different people. There was a person who had cancer. There was a person who had a heart condition. There was multiple mods that were in a sexual relationship with him. There's Crystal that's been with him for over 2 decades. There's this Latoya as well. There's RedneQ. There's multiple people. And some people might be saying, wait a second, how the hell did this Mia person give Hannibal POA, power of attorney, and list him as her beneficiary for life insurance? The problem is, or what I should say, is that she had no local family, no family local to her. She was gaming for a very long time. She started to speak to Hannibal. He gained her trust. She relied on Hannibal to help her with her doctor's appointments, her meds, and everything in between. That's the whole point of why she made him her power of attorney. And things didn't really work out because then Hannibal started becoming his abusive self towards her. And things just went sour. And then this whole plan got hatched up, allegedly, supposedly, to just do away with this woman. Because at first, when she had the heart surgery, he just left her by her own means to drive to Knoxville to, do the boogie woogie with Crystal. And she somehow still survived that ordeal, had clots and whatnot, was almost, halfway dead. He didn't care, wanted her to still clean and whatnot. He didn't care. Talked about laughing at her, talking about, oh, you have a funeral appointment. Like, what kind of man says shit like that? What kind of man laughs while saying, oh, what do you have, a funeral appointment? I could never, ever have that disgusting phrase, line questioning thoughts come out of my head for somebody who's made you their POA, who's made you their beneficiary. It's completely sick.
Because I'm
But he
confused
said
at this point.
cancer and heart surgery, and from the recording I heard, he had control over her medical shit, and that was his voice.
But
And he was trying to give that person, he was trying to give Rachel control over that woman's medical records too.
But wasn't Rachel?
But
Y'all remember that text message about like you're sick with cancer and your memory's going and blah blah blah?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Okay, so you remember that? Remember when he was like coming into Discord and he was crying, talking about my friend doesn't have a memory anymore.
yeah. She
And
lost her
Mhm.
memory. She woke up and didn't know who was who.
right.
Okay, stop. Let me talk about that. So remember, I told you they took her to Texas, right? But the thing about the Texas, certain areas of Texas is really close to that border, with the next nation south of the United States. And the thing was, she allegedly was drugged. She was allegedly, trigger warning once again, tortured, and she had some sort of memory loss because of like the drugs, the substances they were allegedly putting into this woman to somehow keep her docile, to reprogram her. This is where the whole memory thing comes from. So let's listen to this again, and maybe I'll do a further explanation. So you're hearing all these stories, and what I'm trying to do is piece them together for people to have better understanding. So Airy Pepperoni, Sunshine, Curl, the Roach will have little tidbits, and I'll have little tidbits as well, and then we can piece these all together. So let's go.
Discord and he was crying, talking about my friend doesn't have a memory anymore.
Yeah, she
And
lost her
Mhm.
memory. She woke up and didn't know who was who.
Right, but
Yep.
he said that was because of like some treatment, like chemo or something that was affecting her brain. But like looking at that text message,
Was it chemo affecting her brain? Or was it the substances they were trying to drug this woman and keep her docile, so that they could, claim a pretty significant life insurance policy when this woman passes away?
and what did it say? Like he hit her, and like she forgot.
Mhm.
Yeah, like he beat the memory out of you, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah, that's
you
what
can
we were
see,
saying, Cupcake. That's what we were saying, that it was two different people.
and so it's like the beads of truth that he left in his stories that are being corroborated scary.
Mhm.
Because it's like you're telling me the chemo is what made her lose her memory. Because like chemo is bad on your
Right.
body, but this woman's saying to the other woman, "Hey, you don't remember how he beat the memory out of you." That don't sound like a
That's
smush in the
crazy.
face,
Show don't.
and that's from a third party. Like,
And you're not having any problems, Crab Apples, because I don't run my shit like that.
mm-hmm.
We run smooth and steady. We don't play those games.
You know
Just
what's
crazy.
funny? Because I remember, and Curl, you were in that phone call. I don't know if you'll remember that we were all talking about his friend who was sick with cancer.
Mhm.
And I remember him mentioning something about memory loss. And I
Mhm.
said, oh, I'm like, I'm sorry. I know what that feels like because I have a pituitary tumor and it makes
What's up,
me
baby
forget
brother?
things, right?
Right.
I don't
Mhm.
know if you remember this, but then he jumped in and he said, yeah, that's what she has too.
I remember
And
that.
I
and
remember that.
I'm like thinking in my head, sir, I have had this pituitary tumor diagnosed for 11 years now. It doesn't kill you. It's treatable and it's non-cancerous. So
Yeah, Hannibal didn't get that, Airy Pepperoni. What Hannibal wanted people to think is that he's trying to say he has somebody with a pituitary tumor and they're gonna pass away, but he doesn't understand or has the medical knowledge to know that you typically don't die from that. So it wasn't a tumor with the whole memory loss thing. It was them drugging this woman up to where she can't remember where the F she is. And we've heard a similar story to this. If I'm gonna, I don't know. Should I even bring this up? The whole Kai Bella K Bella thing with the drugging up people. This actually does happen. You might see it in movies. You might see it other places. People might talk about it, but there are people out there that will drug people up, keep them docile, keep them dependent on these substances, and these substances can and will affect your memory. So when we're putting two and two together, now you're getting a bigger picture of the story. It wasn't that this person was gonna pass away because of this tumor. It was that Hannibal was allegedly wanting, in fact, needing this person to pass away. Allegedly, I gotta say that allegedly, so that he could collect on a big payday. So when once again we're putting two and two together, listen to what Ari has to say again.
Pituitary tumor diagnosed for 11 years now. It doesn't kill you. It's treatable and it's non-cancerous. So if she has a pituitary tumor, then it's not cancer and she shouldn't be suffering this much.
But he specifically said cancer and something with her pancreas. It was pancreatic cancer.
He said pancreas. He said
She had
pancreatic
cancer. That's what he told her.
Damn.
All he told me about the woman was that she was from his gaming community. They used to game a lot, and she wanted to have a relationship with him, but he was like, no, it's not fair for him to be in a relationship with her because of her status.
Hold on.
She could go anytime.
Back.
Okay, go ahead. And I'm just like, okay, what that, I mean, like, I don't even know where this came from. It just came out of the blue. A message in my DMs, like, she wants me to have a relationship with her. I ain't asked you that.
Hey, really though? Where were you blocked at and where? On what account? But yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
No, I was curious about that too, Mochi.
Oh, when was I had to make another account. What was your account before?
Like on this channel, or are you talking about Hannibal's?
They gave her drugs to keep her.
Ozzy's Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Ozzy's Kitchen. Oh, I don't even know.
I'm not even a mod. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me either. I know I didn't block you.
I'm a mod, but I haven't blocked you. I don't know what's.
All right. I think I might maybe do this for a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions in the chat that I am able to answer, then I will. Other than that, typically I try and keep this short, maybe an hour or so, because I do have to go to bed. I gotta wake up super early in the morning because I gotta, go to work and stuff. So please shoot your questions out there and I'll see if I can answer to the best of my abilities. But what I'm trying to point out here is how like a puzzle piece, you get small tidbits of information of what Hannibal is saying versus what the reality is. And it can match. Maybe he's phrasing things in certain types of way, trying to make himself look good or make himself not look like a culprit versus make himself, seem like a victim in many ways. But there's a lot of things that Hannibal had a hand in when it came to a lot of people is what I'm just trying to say. So maybe in the next couple of days, we might have that lovely interview. Maybe we'll follow up with other individuals and maybe dive deeper into this whole cartel story. But from what I know, I've said the gist of what I personally know about the whole cartel situation and what was happening in El Paso. Other than that, the Mia situation sounds illegal. Yeah, but you'd be surprised how many times and to how many people this is happening to. Like, there's lots of news stories where it's happening on both sides of the border, whether or not in certain areas of Mexico, people are getting themselves into really bad situations. And on the other side, like in Texas or even in New Mexico, Arizona, people are just getting into really, really, really bad situations. So just be careful out there, people, because you might see these as stories, but then these stories can become reality for a lot of people. So I'm just saying, just be careful out there. You'll love the Southwest. Yeah, Southwest is not bad. I'm just saying. But hey, yeah, other than that, if I don't see any questions, okay. Q Copy says he's instill fear in his victims is why his victims don't readily speak. Oh, he instills fear in his victims is why his victims don't readily speak out. Yeah, but I think more and more people are Monty makes me sleep on the floor because his cats get my side. Of course they do. They're my cats, Sasha. I think overall, over time, a lot more people will speak out, especially once this kind of gets traction. So we shall see who comes forward or who wants to talk or who whatnot about this situation or a situation with other people. But at least it's now out there, right? At least it's now where people can say, "Hey, this is happening, was happening. Let me tell my story and whatnot," because this just shines a light on a lot of dark things that was happening behind the scenes. All right, for sure, Cordelia. Thank you so much, people, for hanging out with me. I think I'll just end it here. If there's any questions and you're watching the replay, maybe leave a comment. And once again, I'll answer to them by the best of my abilities. And if I can't answer, I'll ask my source. If my source can't answer, then I'll just come back with, "Hey, sorry, I just don't have that information." But other than that, take care of yourselves and take care. Have a great Wednesday's hump day. And we know the election results, but hey, I don't run a political channel. I'm just here trying to get the word out. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.